Imagine this: lights flash, cameras roll, and in just a few hours, a high-quality adult film scene is captured that could generate thousands of dollars in revenue across platforms like Pornhub, OnlyFans, or premium studios. But behind the glamour lies a surprisingly complex and expensive business operation. If you've ever wondered, how much does it cost to produce a professional adult film scene today, you're not alone. In 2026, with inflation, advanced technology, and stricter regulations, the price tag might shock you. Whether you're a curious viewer in the USA, UK, Canada, or Australia, an aspiring filmmaker, or someone simply fascinated by the economics of the $60 billion adult entertainment industry, this deep dive breaks it all down. We're talking real numbers, full budget breakdowns, and insider factors that determine if a scene costs $3,000 or $15,000 plus. No fluff, just facts optimized for clarity and value. Let's pull back the curtain on adult film production costs in 2026. The big picture: what makes a professional adult film scene? First, let's define professional. We're not talking amateur smartphone clips shot in a bedroom for free. A professional scene means studio-level quality, multi-camera 4K or 8K footage, professional lighting and sound, experienced performers and crew, proper legal compliance, STI testing, contracts, age verification, and post-production polish that meets platform standards for major distributors in the US, Europe, and beyond. In 2026, the adult film industry operates like any other media business, but with unique challenges like performer safety protocols, platform algorithm changes, and rising production expenses due to global supply chain issues. According to recent industry reports, the average professional scene now falls between $5,000 and $12,000 for a standard 20 to 40-minute boy/girl or girl/girl scene. High-end feature-style scenes with multiple performers, custom sets, or niche elements can easily hit $20,000 or more. Low-budget pro scenes might scrape by at $3,000 to $4,500 if the producer wears multiple hats. Why the range? It depends on location. Los Angeles still dominates, but Vegas and Miami are cheaper alternatives, performer popularity, crew size, and whether you're shooting for a big studio or independent release. For our English-speaking audiences in the USA, UK, Canada, and Australia, we'll use US dollars throughout, but note that currency fluctuations and local taxes can add 10 to 20% in places like Canada or Australia. Breaking down the costs, where does the money go? Let's get granular. A typical professional adult film scene budget in 2026 looks like this. 1. Talent and performers, 40 to 60% of total budget, the biggest expense. This is where costs have risen the most since 2020 due to performer advocacy for fair pay, mandatory testing, and travel. In 2026, female performers, $800 to $1,500 for a standard scene, $1,000 to $2,000 plus for anal or specialty acts. Top-tier names command $2,000 to $5,000. Male performers, $400 to $800 typically. Girl/girl or threesomes, $600 to $1,200 per female performer. Add-ons like makeup, hair, wardrobe, and travel reimbursements push this higher. Studios must also cover mandatory 14-day STI testing, around $200 to $400 per performer, and agent fees, 10 to 20%. For a two-performer scene, expect $1,500 to $3,500 just on talent. Ethical studios in 2026 often add revenue share bonuses to attract top talent, bumping costs another 10 to 15%. 2. Crew and direction, 15 to 25% of budget. You can't shoot pro-quality solo. A minimal pro crew includes director/producer, $1,000 to $3,000 per scene. Camera person/lighting tech, $500 to $700 per day. Sound technician, $300 to $500. Production assistant, $100 to $250. Still photographer for marketing, $400 to $600. Total crew, $2,000 to $4,500 for a one-day shoot. In high-cost hubs like LA, rates are 20% higher than in Vegas or remote locations. 3. Location, set, and permits, 10 to 15%. Shooting in a rented luxury house, studio, or hotel suite in 2026 costs $500 to $2,000 per day. LA County still requires public health permits, around $1,600 to $1,700 for 2-year access, plus compliance checks. Add insurance, $300 to $800 per shoot, to cover liability. Props, sets, and backdrops? Another $200 to $1,000. Independent producers in the UK, Canada, or Australia often save here by using private homes, but face stricter content laws. 4. Equipment and technology, 8 to 12%. Professional gear has evolved: 4K and 8K cameras, drones for dynamic shots, professional lighting kits, and audio recorders. Basic setup, $2,000 to $5,000 rental or purchase. High-end equipment can reach $5,000 to $10,000. In 2026, many studios invest in VR or 180-degree options for premium markets, adding $1,000 or more per scene. Software for editing and color grading is another $500. 5. Pre-production and compliance, 5 to 10%. Contracts, model releases, 2257 record keeping, mandatory in the USA, background checks, and travel. Budget $500 to $1,500. With global age verification laws tightening in the UK, Australia, and parts of Canada, legal reviews add extra costs. 6. Post-production and editing, 10 to 15%. This is where magic happens, and costs add up. Professional editing, color correction, sound design, and graphics, $1,000 to $3,000. High-quality compression for multiple platforms and subtitles for international audiences push it higher. Total post-production often represents 20% of the budget for polished scenes that rank well on algorithms. 7. Marketing, distribution, and overheads. Uploading to major sites is free, but promotion via social media, SEO, or paid ads costs $500 to $2,000 per scene. Studio overheads like office space or subscriptions? Prorated at $200 to $500. Grand total example for a mid-tier professional scene in 2026, talent, $2,500. Crew, $2,800. Location and equipment, $2,200. Pre- and post-production, $2,500. Miscellaneous and compliance, $1,000. Total, approximately $11,000. Low-end professional scenes, minimal crew, indie studio $4,000 to $6,000. High-end productions, feature with 3 or more performers, custom effects $15,000 to $25,000 or more. Why costs have changed in 2026, and what it means for you. Post-pandemic inflation, rising performer rates, and tech upgrades have increased budgets by 15 to 30% since 2022. Streaming giants and OnlyFans-style creator economies have made amateurs cheaper but flooded the market, forcing pros to invest more in quality to stand out. In the USA, LA and Vegas, costs are highest due to regulations and talent competition. UK, Canadian, and Australian producers often shoot remotely or partner with US studios to save 20 to 40%, but face import and export rules for content. Compare this to mainstream Hollywood, a single TV scene might cost $50,000 or more. Adult film is far more efficient, 1 day of shooting, quick turnaround, and direct-to-consumer revenue. Yet return on investment depends on views. A well-made scene can earn back its cost in weeks via subscriptions or pay-per-view. Factors that can skyrocket or slash your budget. Niche content, BDSM, fetish, or VR adds 30 to 50% but commands premium pricing. Performer experience, newcomers cost less but require more direction. Location shooting, international crews in lower-cost countries cut talent and crew fees but raise logistics. AI and tools, emerging AI-assisted editing in 2026 trims post-production by 20%, but human oversight is still required for quality. For viewers in the USA, UK, Canada, and Australia, understanding these costs explains why premium content feels premium, and why free tube sites rely on lower quality uploads. Is it worth producing in 2026? The bottom line. Producing a professional adult film scene isn't cheap, but it can be highly profitable with smart planning. An $8,000 to $12,000 investment often pays for itself through 100,000 plus views and long-tail revenue. However, success requires more than money, strong ethics, performer consent, and savvy distribution. The adult industry in 2026 rewards professionalism. Whether you're a fan wondering about the man behind the curtain or a business-minded creator, these numbers show it's a serious enterprise, not a hobby. Costs will likely rise further with VR and AR advancements and regulations, but so will quality and earnings potential. If you enjoyed this breakdown of adult film production costs in 2026, drop a like, comment your biggest surprise below. USA, UK, Canada, or Australia viewers, what's your take? And subscribe for more behind-the-scenes business insights into entertainment industries. What topic next? VR adult content budgets or creator economy trends? Let us know.